Hey, look, I've been around this since 2012. I've seen these, and it's usually the same mistake happens most times over is people build businesses based on leverage on an 80% volatility asset. And then when the asset starts going down, everybody blows up. Yes, it's quiet right now in crypto, but the ongoing adoption, let's say the number of active addresses keeps rising over time. Even last year, in a down 75% market, the number of active addresses rose 42%, which is remarkable. So for me, everything's on track.
Raoul Pal, a seasoned expert in macroeconomics and a crypto veteran, has an impressive track record in the cryptocurrency space. He holds the distinction of being the first analyst to produce a macro paper on Bitcoin as far back as 2013, and he's navigated through numerous cryptocurrency market cycles. In his most recent interview, he outlined the compelling reasons for his enduring bullishness on the entire crypto space. At the core of his thesis lies a significant insight. Even though Bitcoin and crypto markets have experienced a decline of over 70% from their all-time highs, there is still a notable surge in active wallet addresses, even during bearish market conditions. This increase in active addresses serves as a compelling indicator of ongoing adoption in the crypto space. In the latter part of the video, Raul delves into a breakdown of the Bitcoin halving, shares his predictions for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and outlines his strategic approach for the anticipated 2024 bull run. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video to gain insights into these aspects.
So last year, in 2022, we started to see all the forward-looking macro indicators, stuff like liquidity, stuff like the ISM survey, all of this stuff was falling sharp. It was all signaling that we were going to go into recession. All assets fell in 2022. I mean, everything. Crypto, equities, bonds, the lot, because it was pricing in a recession because of the inflation, the interest rate rises, all of those things. So for me, it all got priced in last year. Then this year, we've seen what I refer to as crypto spring, but we've also seen macro spring, which is the forward-looking indicators are now at the bottom and starting to rise quite sharply. So it suggests that we're transitioning through into better times. So where the economy is right now is probably at its slowest point. So a lot of people is like, well, where's my recession? It's most likely to happen in this quarter and maybe Q1, but we're already seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on the other side, which is why assets have been strong. And everyone's like, what? Why is the NASDAQ up 40%? And why is, Bitcoin up 60%? It's because they're already pricing it. So I'm incredibly positive. So why is that? Well, if you think about what happens at this point in the cycle, when we're going into that recession phase, we're really in the slowdown phase. Inflation falls, unemployment usually rises, the central bank usually stop hiking, which it feels that the Fed and certainly the ECB have got to, and others. So that takes some of the pressure off markets. And then as inflation comes down, unemployment rises, or something breaks like the banks, then we get what I refer to as more cowbell, which is more stimulus, which is the likely use of quantitative easing, cutting of interest rates. We've seen the US give some stimulus to the banks. So we're starting that stimulus cycle, early stage. And again, these are the kind of things that crypto loves. That's the golden times, and that's where we're coming. And I think that we might see the first signs of summer. So if you think of it in a calendar, sometime by around May, the days suddenly you start to get some really nice hot days and the weather starts to get better. That's what I think we'll get to by the end of this year. So the markets will feel stronger. People will have a bit more optimism. Although the economy is going to look bad, that's where you start transitioning towards summer. Probably the real summer doesn't get going till Q2 2024. That's when things start to get crazy again. So I think the halving is coincidental to the macro cycle. It just so happens that in 2008-9, magic things happened. One, all interest payments on all debts were forgiven. We went to zero interest rates everywhere. That reset the global economy. It's exactly the same time as Bitcoin came out. So they're all birthed. Zero interest rates and Bitcoin are birthed at the same time. And the macro cycle is this debt refi cycle every 3.5 years to 4 years that happens. That exactly corresponds to the crypto cycle. I think it's coincidental. So I think macro is actually the dominant factor and the halving is a false narrative, but it doesn't matter because it still works, right? It's the same cycle. So you can measure it any way you want. So if we go, okay, well, what's going to be happening next year? So next year, the central bank will be cutting rate. Next year, there might be fiscal stimulus because there's an election. Next year, if the economy's slow, they're likely to be doing quantitative easing. So that's the full set of things that you've seen on every cycle so far. Yeah, I think it's the same. Now, there is a risk nice that it's not. Of course, I understand that something changes and the central banks stay higher for longer, nothing changes, liquidity doesn't come back. But that's yet to be proven. Look, I've learned from the past is we don't give price appreciation because you get beaten over the head by people for it. So, it's not worth it anymore. But normally prices rise from these kind of levels, 5x plus, it goes beyond the all-time high and maybe doubles that or triples that. That's the kind of zone that normally happen. Does that happen this time? I have no idea. I don't see why anything's changed. And I think the whole crypto market, Bitcoin usually underperforms in the bull cycle. So, whatever Bitcoin does, ETH will do more, Solana might do more than that, and something else, whatever, will do a lot more than that. So there's a risk curve, same as there are in all markets. So that's what I'm thinking will happen this time around. I don't see any reason it shouldn't, but as you said, there's not been many examples so far of this. So you've got kind of a few cycles and it's like, is it going to happen every time? Who the hell knows? So for me, it's still my core asset because there's so many applications built on top of it, and that's only growing over time. And then you've got the layer 2s, and that's scaling the whole space. So, I remain very optimistic. So ETH is still my main focus and my main position. And then I have some Bitcoin, obviously. The other bigger position I've got is Solana, which is kind of under-owned. It got killed in the down cycle, down 97%, same as ETH did back in 2018. We saw economic activity picking up on chain. If Solana continues to pick up economic activity in the way that it's doing, it will outperform ETH. Simple as that. And looking at previous cycles, those kind of things tend to do, that 10, 20, 30x. ETH did 47x from the low from 2018. Solana bottomed at, I can't remember what it was, 9, something like that. So could it do 47x? Maybe, maybe not from the low price. We'll have to wait and see. In crypto spring, the best thing to do is be prepared. What am I going to do in this cycle? How am I going to FOMO in? How am I going to position myself? What am I going to do? So I like to take notes to think about, to pre-prepare for things. Where could I be wrong? What could go on? What risks will I take? How will I stop myself doing the stupid things? Because people do stupid things. They lose their minds in a bull market if it comes. So I think there's that. The other thing is to educate yourself. Learn how to invest, understand the risks, the opportunities, and learn from the experts. That's what we do at Real Vision. What we're actually doing with Ledger is something quite special. We've got a festival of learning. So it's an online festival of learning. It's free to join. And there we're going to help educate you with the smartest, most famous people in the space. Everybody's going to be there. And it should be a lot of fun. People get a lot out of it. So it's called the Next Digital Asset Wave and how to prepare for it, which is exactly what we're talking about. And people who come and join us on that, again, it's free. You can complete a Ledger Quest, which is this gamified Ledger education experience around NFTs, Web3, crypto. Can mint a proof of knowledge NFT to show that you've educated yourself. And again, I think it's great to hold yourself accountable for stuff like that. And then there's a chance to win 100 co-branded Ledger devices. It's a Real Vision Ledger mashup. So anybody who's interested, it's an amazing event. A lot of good people going to be there. You'll get educated. You'll learn how to prepare for ahead. Think about the risks. As I said, people lose their minds in bull markets. So go to realvision.com/festival and just join us. It's free. It's on the 12th and 13th of October.
Raoul Pal, a true veteran of the crypto world, possesses a wealth of experience having traversed the highs and lows of numerous crypto cycles. As we look forward to the year 2024, his resounding bullishness stems from a nuanced understanding of the crypto landscape. Notably, he points to the sustained increase in active addresses within the crypto space as a testament to the ongoing growth and adoption of cryptocurrencies. This surge in active users underlines the enduring appeal and utility of digital assets, demonstrating that the crypto ecosystem is far from stagnation. Furthermore, two pivotal catalysts on the horizon add fuel to Raul's bullish sentiment. First, the eagerly awaited approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF promises to provide mainstream exposure to the world of cryptocurrencies, potentially attracting a flood of new investors. Simultaneously, the Bitcoin halving event, set to unfold within the first 4 months of 2024, is poised to have a substantial impact on the crypto market. Historically, Bitcoin halvings have triggered bullish market runs, and Raul anticipates that this upcoming halving will be no different. Looking into the future, Raoul Pal envisions a scenario where market liquidity rebounds and monetary policies are relaxed. In such an environment, he believes the crypto market will be primed for a significant upswing. This confluence of factors positions the crypto space for substantial growth in the near future, offering a promising outlook for investors and enthusiasts alike as we approach 2024. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.